So as technology begins to increase, as knowledge begins to increase, man will begin to feel that we don't need this God again. We are self-sufficient. We have built this kingdom by ourselves. We have built these organizations by ourselves. We have brought forth solutions to COVID by ourselves. We have brought forth all these things by ourselves. But the Bible says, what is it that you have that you have not received? Every knowledge, every intelligence that you see is from God. So he said, no, I'm not a man like that. I'm a man that is dependent on God. I'm a man that is God sufficient, that God has helped thus far. And the first thing that a God sufficient man would do is that a God sufficient man knows and is sure that God is his source and his sustenance. In fact, that statement is not so complete. That's what I wrote down, but let me rephrase it. A God-sufficient man is a man that knows that God is the source of all things, of all life, and is the sustenance of life. That's the beginning. Because some of us that did biology in school, or particularly at the advanced level, we have been told that man came from evolution. That animals began, a single cell came and began to do several things and became amoeba. Amoeba became this one, and this one became this one, and the monkey came, and the monkey just stretched and started walking as man. That's what we have been taught. So a man that believes that his source is from the monkey will behave like a monkey. But the Bible explicitly said that we are from God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And he created man and woman. In his own image, he created them. So if you believe that God is your source and is your sustenance, there is a way you will carry yourself. There are some things you will not do. There is a mindset that you will have. There is some things that will be happening, some doctrines you will not believe. The doctrine of self-sufficiency cannot sell when you believe that you are from God is your source. It's not just your source, it's the source of all life. If God decides to close the window of oxygen, every life will go into extinction. Bible says it's because of his mercies that we sons of Jacob have not been consumed. It's because of God that we are alive. Somebody shout a big amen. Psalm 104 verse 24 to 30. God is the source of our life. Is the sustainer. Is my source. Let me tell you something. I have an announcement for the men in this house. That your boss is not your source. That your business is not your source. Yes. Oh, do you work hard? The Bible says you should work diligently. See, a man that is diligent in his work, he will stand before kings. But remember, always pinch yourself that even though I am working diligently, that business is not my source. That my boss is not my source. The federal government is not my source. My source is God of heaven. Jesus Christ teaching them to pray. He said, in this manner you pray. He said, our Father. Father, literally, in that context, is our source. Is our source. Is our sustenance. So when you have it at the back of your mind that even though I'm working very hard, I'm working diligently here, it seems you are not being rewarded adequately, you will not still there because that is not your source. That's not your source. The reason why God will give you a good job, the reason why God will prosper your business is because that is the channel, that is the conduit that God will get resources to you. It's not a channel. It's not the source. Because God doesn't have dollars and naira in heaven, He will look for ways to get those dollars and naira to you. So if you begin to think that the conduit is the source, you are making a mistake. And that is doctrine of self-sufficiency. That is when you now start scheming in the office. That's why you start biting in the office. Doing all sorts of things that bruises your conscience just because you want a promotion.